Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making one of my favorite pork chop recipe. Today I'm making this garlic butter pork chop recipe. It's so juicy, so tender, and yet so delicious. But before I begin, if you are new to my channel, before you leave, don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you enjoy this recipe, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me. That lets me know you like this video so I can make more of them. And leave me a comment below on what do you think about this recipe. And without further ado, let's jump right into the recipe. Alright guys, these are the seasoning that I'll be using for this pork chop. I am using Creole seasoning, smoked paprika, minced garlic. I am also using some onion powder, garlic powder, as well as some Italian seasoning, salt and pepper to taste. And we have some butter here with some fresh parsley, and also I'll be using 4 bone-in pork chops. Okay, so first thing I'll be doing is mixing all of my dry seasoning together. So I'm going to pour the Creole seasoning into the paprika, as well as my onion powder, garlic powder, ground black pepper, salt, and the Italian seasoning. Now we're going to give that a stir until all of the seasonings are well combined together. Once you're done, you're going to move on to your pork chops. So I forgot to mention, you will need a little bit of olive oil. It doesn't really have to be olive oil, but you will need some oil to pour on your pork chop. As you guys just seen me just added a little bit of oil. Then I'm going to work that in just like so with my fingers and flip it over and work it in once more. Now we're ready to add our seasoning to the pork chop. So basically, don't look back. Literally season your pork chops, okay? That's where you're gonna have all the flavor coming from the seasoning. So if you want your pork chops to taste good, you need to actually generously season your pork chops. So I'm going to add the seasoning very generously, even on the side of the pork chop. I like to rub my fingers all over the pork chop. Make sure the seasoning get in there. All right, this is what we're working with. What I'm going to do is let that sit for about 5 minutes. I like my seasoning to caramelize a little bit before I start cooking. But while that is sitting, I am going to mix in my butter. Make sure the butter is room temperature. So I'm going to add the garlic to the butter and as well as the parsley, mix that in together. Once you're done, you should have something like this. And now we're ready to cook our pork chops. Now there was 2 of my pork chops that look so perfect. So I'm going to cook them last, and that's when I'm going to show you guys how I cook them. To a hot skillet, I am going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Once that is nice and hot, we're going to place our pork chops right in there. I cooked my first 2 pork chops off camera because these are the perfect one. I wanted to show you guys how I cook these. They're like the perfect cut of pork chops. So I'm going to cook them 4 to 5 minutes per sides until they're nice and golden brown. Then we're going to flip it over, cook it for another 4 to 5 minutes because you guys can see they're extremely thick and they're bone in, so they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. Look how beautiful and golden brown this side looks already. So now we're going to flip it over and cook the other side. Now, once you're about 3 to 4 minutes to the other side cooking, now is the perfect time to add your garlic butter. You're going to add that on top of the pork chop, even in the grease as well, so that flavor from the garlic and the parsley can infuse and get to the pork chops. Now, if you don't fully trust your pork chops, you can pop them in the oven for another additional 2 to 3 minutes just to make sure the inside is fully cooked. I didn't have to do that because I actually cooked mine thoroughly, but if you don't trust yours, pop it in the oven so you don't get, sick or anything. So once it is done, y'all, this is basically how it looks. Oh, look how beautiful it looks. It's not fully done yet, but this right here, oh, that's the money shot right there. I hope you guys actually try this out. This was actually delicious, y'all. I've never tried that much garlic on, well, I have, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks so beautiful. It tastes so good. It's been a minute since I made a pork chop recipe, even eat a pork chops at my house, so this was well needed. I enjoyed it. Hope you try it and actually like it because it tastes absolutely amazing. It takes no longer than 5 minutes to make, so you will enjoy this. Thank you for watching, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy the recipe. As usual, leave me a comment and I will see you guys on the next recipe. Bye.